everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I hope that you all are doing well. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing Ali Hazelwood's Love Theoretically. If you have never seen my face before, hi, my name is Mangi. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button to join the family and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload. And without any further ado, we are going to hop right into today's video. So, this book is the second time that I've read Ali Hazelwood. So this is the second book that I've read. The first book was The Love Hypothesis, and I love these books. I was going to become a woman in STEM, if you will, but I dropped out because I didn't really enjoy it quite as much, and a multitude of other reasons, but one of them was that I wasn't enjoying it at the time. And when I read The Love Hypothesis, I was in an undergrad program and at a university, and I was so dang excited to get into postgrad because the girl was postgrad and everything, and I was like, oh my goodness, I can't wait, so this is my life, you know. And it is crazy to me. It was crazy to me reading that then and kind of comparing how I feel now about this book, because she's also a woman in STEM, but she's also in postgrad. And now that I'm not in postgrad and have zero desire to be in postgrad, it's kind of funny to see how differently I'm viewing their lives and how they treated and everything, because I kind of romanticized the way that the other girl, I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but her name was Olive. I kind of romanticized Olive's life, and I was like, yeah, sure, it's difficult, but you know, this is academia, this is what it looks like. And now I'm looking at her life and this girl's life, and I'm like, I would kill a person. I would someone if I had to live that way. And I don't know how I got disillusioned. I don't know how it happened. I don't know when it happened, but oh well, it happened, and here we are. Now we don't like the way that people in postgrad are living, and we don't romanticize the difficulties that they face. It's insane to me. It's insane. I'm like, oh, you know, that's how I feel. I'm like, oh, that's gone too. That too. Somebody managed to take away the magic of academia for me. It's funny. It's so crazy. And I have friends in academia who are like doing their postgrad, and every day I'm like, do I need to come clean your apartment? Do I need to take you out? Can I do something for you? Because I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. And not just how do they handle the work, because the work is a lot. Not just how do they handle the work, but like, do you ever wake up and want to strangle people? Ever? Because that's personally how I felt about school closer to the end. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I'm reading all the things that are happening in these books, and I'm like, I would not be okay. I would absolutely not be okay. But anyway, that's enough me politicking about school and academia. So we're gonna get right into the actual book. I have so much to say. And I'm gonna try not to say too much. The character, which I would guess is the girl pictured here, she is Elsie Hanaway, and she is an adjunct professor, which I do not know what the word meant until recently. And it means that she teaches at different institutions in the same town and same city. So she travels between all of them to like get her to her classes and everything. And funny, I didn't know the word, but I actually had one of these people when I was in my first college, and they taught us chemistry. They were an incredible lecturer. Incredible. So smart, so intelligent, and knew how to teach. Like, I feel like I've met lecturers who are intelligent but don't know how to impart knowledge, right? And he was one of those who was intelligent, extremely intelligent, and knew how to impart knowledge very, very well. Let me not get into it. But anyway, Yeah, she's an adjunct professor at, I want to say 3 or 4 varsities, I'm not sure. And it's horrid pay, by the way. She does not get paid very well. She barely has time for herself. And on top of that, she's a diabetic. She's a diabetic. She needs insulin. In the US, we all know nothing is free. Nothing for mahala. You pay for everything. It's not like here in South Africa where government institutions will treat whatever illness that you have as best as they can. She has to pay for insulin, and she is very careful about it, about what she eats, and it's crazy. It's absolutely insane to me, and I feel so bad for her in that position. But to help her get more money, she kind of finds another job, and this other job that she has is to be a fake girlfriend, or like an escort of sorts. Like, but she's like, she becomes a fake girlfriend for like multiple people. There's an app or something that she's on, or a website, I'm not sure, but she signed up on them, and people can like hire her to be their fake girlfriend. And thus begins our trope of fake dating. But not really. But fake dating nonetheless. It's cool. I liked it. I thought it was funny. I don't want to ruin it for anyone. I almost said something that was going to ruin it. But anyway, up until a certain point, she has done a very good job of keeping her personal life, her fake girlfriend life, and her professional life separate, right? She's done a good job at that, and everything's going good. She's that girl. Until at some point, she meets this guy who turns that around, because the her that exists in the fake dating world has met this guy, but also she's meeting this guy in her professional world. And so I'm just gonna explain it. So she's fake dating a guy and meets this human being. His name is Jack Turner, at this fake boyfriend's family whatnot, I guess. I can't remember. Family dinner, I think. Yeah. And it's fine, it's good, it's whatever. She doesn't even think about it. And later, of course, she's applying for a job at a different institution, and she realizes that this guy is also a man in STEM, and he's on the panel. He's one of the people who she has to go through in order for her to get the job that she's looking for. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I was reading it and I was just like, oh my goodness, they're gonna find out that she wasn't being real. I think this is going to paint her in bad lighting. I don't think this is gonna go down very well for her. I was stressing out. I was like, oh my goodness, oh no, her cover's been blown. What happens now? But luckily this guy is okay. He does not blow her cover with other people. Like, he doesn't tell her secrets to the others. And I'm like, W Jack, because I expected him to be like very mean about it, and probably talk about it and make her seem like she's somebody who's insincere and a liar in a sense. But he doesn't do that, which is a huge relief, I tell you. And one of the things that I think were detrimental, I guess, to her, I feel like, especially in that moment, I feel like she probably felt like, oh my goodness, who is this man? What is he doing here? Goodness, the universe must be against me or something. I must have done something bad for this guy to be involved in both of my lives like this, my real life, professional life, and her little fake dating life. I'm sure she was like, I don't know what's going on. And this guy very quickly sees right through the facade that she puts up for everybody. And it is both refreshing and scary. So, like I'm saying, the guy can see right through her. So, unfortunately for Elsie, she is a people pleaser, okay? And as somebody who's a recovering people pleaser, I can sympathize with her. I sympathize with her 100% because I know what it's like. And I know the kind of things that lead to somebody having to be that way, or coming to a point where they are that way. It is so, so sad. It is sad. But anyway, she grows up in a home. She grew up in a home where she felt like, oh, she had to earn everybody's respect or earn love or whatever, where she felt like she was a burden, and she was always just thinking to herself, oh my goodness gracious, so I need to, subconsciously she was trying to pay back by making herself small and making it so that she didn't take up too much space in the house and stuff like that. And that of course did not just stay in her home. It also kind of carried out into her everyday life with friends, with co-workers. It was absolutely crazy. I felt sad for her. I felt sad for her. And I feel like I would have read this book, say, in high school or before I got into recovery. And I would have related to her, and almost felt inspired by her. And now that I'm already recovering and read it at this time, I felt bad for her. Why am I feeling bad for every character that I'm reading about this year? But anyway, I kind of felt bad for her. But I really liked that this guy was kind of like pulling her out of that mindset where she felt that she had to hide or she had to people please. I really enjoyed that quite a lot, and W Jack again for that. Man, he's such a good person. But the thing is, one of the things that I really enjoyed about this book was kind of seeing academic expectation and academic burnout at play. As someone who was burnt out the past 3 years in undergrad, I could not imagine being in her position, needing money, being a people pleaser, barely having any support system. I don't know. I don't know how she did it. Hey, I don't know how she did it. She's one of the strongest characters that I've read about, because I don't know how she did it. It was so overwhelming reading about it. I was just like, oh my goodness gracious. And it's insane to me, because these are the kind of things that we see happening, and it's crazy. And one of the things, I actually talked about this in another video, but she's got this absolutely horrid supervisor who is a POS of a person. And in the name of not ruining it for you guys, he's just an op. He's an op. He's not being truthful. He lies. He does really horrid things, and those things keep her in a position where she's unhappy, and she's constantly running around like a headless chicken and being burnt out. Basically, it's crazy. You guys are gonna have to read it yourself. I'll also have in the cards a video where I talked about this. I had originally posted it on TikTok, but I decided to post it on here as well, and maybe you guys would like to see that, and I'll have it linked somewhere. But it's a spoiler, so if you are wanting to read this book and you do not want any spoilers, don't watch that video. But if you don't mind spoilers, or you're never gonna read the book, I would actually encourage you guys to listen to that video, watch that video. Another thing that I really liked about this book was this man. This man doesn't just like Elsie. You know how sometimes somebody just likes someone because they think they look cute, or because they think they carry themselves well, or they're smart and they're like, I like that girl, I like that guy. This guy does not just like this girl. It's not like that. It's not like that. It's like this guy sees her. The guy sees her. Like, no, it's not about how she looks. It's not about how well she's done in academia, how great a professor she is in her professional life. It's not about that. He truly sees her, who she is, and sees through the facade that she puts up, sees through all the BS, to use a less I guess palatable term. He sees through all of that and genuinely gets to know her and wants to know her and expresses it to her. Like, I don't care for this human being you're trying to be, this made up person that you're trying to be. I want to know you, because this is not you. And he really encouraged her to be herself and stand up for herself. And I mean, a backbone, because my girl did not have a backbone, you know. Oh, that was so rude. That was kind of rude. But you know, he really encouraged her to. He drew her out of that pattern, and that was really cool. That was really cool. I hope that anyone who's not able to find their way out of people pleasing has somebody like Jack on their side, helping them, drawing them out of it, because yo, it was so beautiful to see how she was really learning to be better, watching her go from being a walkover to being somebody who stood up for themselves. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So earlier I talked about how there's a little bit of fake dating, but not for their story. For their story, there's a grumpy versus sunshine aspect of it. But it's not that he's grumpy per se. It's more so that he's very blatant, very blunt, you know. But he's very sincere. He's somebody who's very sincere. He's not being rude to be rude. He just delivers his observations in a way that we are taught is not okay, right? And so he doesn't sugarcoat things. He's not a baker. He doesn't sugarcoat things. And she, on the other hand, is agreeable. She's a sweet and soft-spoken person who barely makes a noise, doesn't rock the boat or anything. And that's kind of like the sunshine version of it. Like, everybody just likes her. She's fun. She's cute. She's agreeable, you know. Snarls, laughs with everyone. Whereas he's like, I don't agree with you. Like, he's not agreeable. And I kind of like that about him. I like that about him. He's not rude. He's not disrespectful. But he just knows who he is, and it's very admirable. I like him as a book character. He's one of the characters that he's one of my favorite male characters so far, because he's also very realistic. I really like him. And their story is a slow burn, which I absolutely love. Slow burn. I find them very genuine. I find it seems very realistic to me. You know, I'm a sucker for books that are realistic. I'm not saying that other books are not realistic, but it's just some books are like not far-fetched per se, but like, what are the odds that something like that would happen? And with this, I feel like, yeah, that could happen. Probably seen it happen. Probably somebody I know has gone through something like that. And I really liked it. I really loved it. There are a few spicy chapters in here, but the thing that I really liked about it was that it all seemed very natural. Just because it's a slow burn, we're eased into it. We almost expect it at some point, and when it happens, it's very cool. It's like, yeah, that's the next step. That's how it feels. And I really enjoyed the book. And it's like, it's not just romantic. Like their dynamic is not just romantic, it's like they transformed. Like they were a certain way and they grow out of whatever issues are holding them back and they become better, and it's so beautiful to watch. I feel like this is what I imagine relationships to be, a lot of the times. Not necessarily the grumpy versus sunshine thing, but in terms of them being transformative, I expect relationships to. This is so cool. Their story is wonderful. I love this book. I will absolutely be coming back to this book again in a couple of years, hopefully. Absolutely going to postgrad, but also get ready for anything that could happen. And stand strong and know yourself, and don't let anybody exploit you, and be vigilant. Yeah. And if you're somebody who is in academia, I don't know who's watching this, who's in academia and is a senior, don't be a POS. Don't be a bad person. Okay? Do not, even if you were treated badly as a junior in academia back then in your days, don't do it to other people. You can be so much better than that. I will never understand why people who are seniors in a field will treat juniors in a field badly, and they're like, yeah, that's how we did it. Like, shut up. It's just an excuse for you to be a bad person. It's just an excuse for you to release your frustrations and your anger onto other people. Like, be better. Go to therapy. Find better coping strategies. You don't have to be a backside to people and claim to be teaching them and claim to be mentoring them. Shut up. Just, don't do it. It's such a lame excuse whenever someone treats other people badly and then they say things like, oh yeah, that's how we did it. It doesn't matter. I feel like it's the same as when our parents say things like, when we're young and you've fallen for something that your friends have done, like peer pressure, and then they say, if this person jumps off the bridge, are you going to do it too? People who are seniors in their field, who treat juniors badly, and the excuses that they were also treated badly, those are those people. Like, the person jumped off a cliff, so were you waiting for 10 years so you could also go jump off a cliff? Stupid. It's absolutely stupid. It's such a lame excuse. It's like you have absolutely zero intelligence emotionally, psychologically, and you should probably not be working with human beings. You should probably go home. Go soul search, go seek therapy, go pray. You need Jesus in your heart, clearly. I'm sorry, I'm getting mad about this, and I was feeling good about this book, but honestly, I absolutely hate it. And yeah, if you're watching this and you're somebody who's a senior in your field, don't treat people badly. You're a bad person if you do, but you have an opportunity to change that. And if you're somebody who's a junior and they're treating you badly, just know that the person is a bad person. They're a bad person. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I promise I'm gonna stop right now. My favorite takeaway from this book. I like to think about books a little and what I took away from it. My favorite takeaway from this book, I kind of already touched on a little, is that love is not about somebody looking at you and thinking you look good and suddenly they want you and they're like, I love you. No, they don't. That's not love. It's attraction. It's attraction. And maybe most things start there, and that's okay. And that's okay if somebody looks at you and thinks you're pretty, approaches you the first time. But real love is more so somebody wanting to know you, and not only wanting to know you, but wanting to know the real you, wanting to explore the dark side of you as well, and loving you through that, and helping you move out of that space. If it is a place where you could develop, them helping you develop, not necessarily putting you in a position where they also expect you to perform a certain way, to be a certain person, to fill a character role that they had in their minds. Not like that, but somebody who is really wanting to help you be a better version of yourself. And now this goes both ways. Unfortunately, in our society, as a woman, I'm expected to build a man, but also be like this perfect being for a guy. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to get into it a lot, but that's real love right there. Somebody who's willing to explore the dark sides as well as the good sides, and somebody who's wanting you to be the best version of you that they can be, and them encouraging you and pulling you out of situations, almost like what's happening here. They're both pulling each other out of bad situations or out of bad habits, basically, that were holding them back in a way. So that is love, and I like that. I really like that. I read this book from the 1st of August and finished it on the 16th of August. So that is pretty cool. Took me 16 days to finish it. I like that. I absolutely recommend that you guys read this book. I think I gave it 4 stars, maybe 5. This is absolutely a 5-star read. So if I did not give it a 5-star review, I need to make sure I give it 1. I don't know how many stars I gave it in the moment. I think this is why I'm going to stop rating books in the moment, or rather just come back again later, because I think it would be cool to kind of see what I thought of it and what I think of it now. I don't know what I thought of it back then. I don't remember if I left a review or if I just left a 5-star or whatever. I don't know what I did, but I'll definitely say this is a 5-star read, and there's definitely a lot to learn from this book, especially if you're paying close attention. Just look at it as some story, take important things from the book and apply them to your life if you have to. I think that's the one rule I made for myself. If I can't find something valuable in a book, even after a while, then it must have been a not so good book. But so far, I've always had good books. So far, I've learned something from all the books that I've read. It's cool. It's wonderful. I really recommend it. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button to join the family, and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload. And make sure to follow me on TikTok and on Instagram at _Smangela_. And I will see you guys in the next one. I love you all so much, all the way to the moon, around the sun, and back again. Bye.